Hello everyone there. Today we are speaking about the top 10 horror movies ever made in film industry. A horror film is a film that seeks to elicit fear for entertainment purposes. Horror films often aim to evoke viewers' nightmares, fears, revulsions and terror of the unknown. In best horror movies. At number 10, Martyrs. Martyrs is a 2008 horror film written and directed by Pascal Laugier and starring Morjana Alaoui and Mylene Jampanoy. In this movie, two young women who were both victims of abuse as children embark on a bloody quest for revenge only to find themselves plunged into a living hell of depravity. This movie is not an easy movie to watch. Because of its bloody and terrifying scenes. It was considered as one of the best scariest movie ever made.
Martyrs are so very rare. So extraordinary. They survive the pain, the torture, and they refuse to die.
What do you want with her?
Her gift, of course.
Oh my God!
At number 9, Let Me In. Let Me In is a 2010 American-British romantic horror film written and directed by Matt Reeves and others. In this movie, a boy bullied at school, neglected at home and incredibly lonely, 12-year-old Owen spends his days plotting revenge on his tormentors and spends his nights spying on other residents of the apartment complex. His sole friend is Abby, a strange girl who comes out only at nighttime. Both outcasts, the two form a strong bond. When Abby's caretaker disappears amid a series of gruesome murders, Owen begins to suspect that she is hiding a terrible secret.
Hello?
What are you, really? I need blood to live.
Hey there. You okay?
At number 8, The Mist. The Mist, also known as Stephen King's The Mist, is a 2007 American science fiction horror film based on the 1980 novella The Mist by Stephen King. The film was written and directed by Frank Darabont. In this movie, David and his son are trapped in a supermarket along with some other townsfolk, when suddenly a mist engulfs the entire city, bringing along bloodthirsty creatures that devour anyone in their path. This movie was considered as one of the best horror movie of that year.
What's going on?
It's death.
Dimensions. They wanted to try and make a window.
Well, maybe your window turned out to be a door.
Who she's gonna sacrifice to make it all better?
We want the boy.
You try it.
At number 7, The Descent. The Descent is a 2005 British adventure horror film written and directed by Neil Marshall. In this movie, a year after a severe emotional trauma, Sarah goes to North Carolina to spend some time exploring caves with her friends. After descending underground, the women find strange cave paintings and evidence of an earlier expedition, then learn they are not alone. Underground predators inhabit the crevasses, and they have a taste for human flesh. And they struggle and end with terrible tragedy.
Hey, give me a smile.
Juno, are you sure we're going the right way?
I've never been lost in my life.
Okay, move! Now! Now!
Sarah thinks she saw someone back
So
there.
what?
I don't think I saw someone. I saw someone.
No, you heard something and you saw what you wanted to see. It's the dark. It plays tricks on people.
Ah, please!
Is there anybody there?
At number 6, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a 1974 American slasher film directed by Tobe Hooper. In this movie, Sally, Franklin and their three friends run out of gas while driving to their grandfather's house. One by one they are tormented and killed by a chainsaw-wielding killer and his psychopathic family. This movie is not an easy movie to watch. Because of its bloody and terrifying scenes. It was considered as one of the best scariest movie ever made.
fun.
At number 5. A Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a 1984 American slasher film written and directed by Wes Craven. In this movie, a young girl realizes that she has to stay awake at any cost to avoid the clawed killer who is butchering her friends one by one in their dreams. I think most of you already watched. If not, please do it. It gives thrilling experience.
There's this man, and he's burned.
Don't fall asleep.
At number 4. Get Out. Get Out is a 2017 American horror film, written and directed by Jordan Peele in his directorial debut. In this movie, Chris, an African-American man, decides to visit his Caucasian girlfriend's parents during a weekend getaway. Although they seem normal at first, he is not prepared to experience the horrors ahead. This movie won the Writers Guild of America's Award on February 11 and also received nomination for Oscar Award. This movie is worth to watch for its psychological horror scenes.
I ain't never seen you like this before, bruh. Meeting families, taking road trips. Don't come back all bougie, man. Come back, get your damn pants up to your damn stomach.
We hired Georgina and Walter to help care for my parents. When they died, I couldn't bear to let them go.
At number 3. The Exorcist. The Exorcist is a 1973 American supernatural horror film directed by William Friedkin. In this movie, an actress notices dangerous changes in the behavior and physical makeup of her 12-year-old daughter. Meanwhile, a young priest begins to doubt his faith while dealing with his mother's sickness. This movie is most terrifying and creepy movie. Which makes you say, oh my god.
Why you?
You know what she did? You're hunting dogs.
By this sign of the Holy Cross. It is the depths of hell. I can remember give you.
At number 2, The Shining. The Shining is a 1980 psychological horror film produced and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Jack and his family move into an isolated hotel with a violent past. Living in isolation, Jack begins to lose his sanity, which affects his family members. This movie is one of the outstanding movie ever made. This movie won many awards, for its outstanding scary scenes and best performance of Jack Nicholson.
I dreamed that I killed you and Danny. Here's Johnny!
Before we go for number 1, please subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon. Thanks for subscribing. Alright. In our list, number 1 is The Silence of the Lambs. The Silence of the Lambs is a 1991 American psychological horror film directed by Jonathan. The film won the Big Five Academy Awards, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay, making it only the third film in history to accomplish that feat. In this movie, Clarice Starling, an FBI agent, seeks help from Hannibal Lecter, a psychopathic serial killer and former psychiatrist, in order to apprehend another serial killer who has been claiming female victims. This movie has a wonderful story and screenplay.
He's past the others. The last cell. I'll be watching. You'll do fine.
A killer is on the loose.
Keeps them alive for 3 days. Then he shoots them, skins them.
You told me you don't spook easily.
call this easy, sir?
Lester's missing an arm.
Man's a raving maniac. Who knows what he'll do?
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more information and movie updates. Don't forget to like and comment. See you in the next video.